Have you figured out your niche? Are you helping adding value to other people's lives? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to Munira's Musings with your host, co-author of Conversations with Top Real Estate Investors Volume 3, Munira Zahabi.
Greetings from Chicagoland. This is Munira, your niche navigator. How are you? It's another new day. This is another episode of Munira's Musings. You are about to learn how to use the leads that you've connected with to make them into paying clients. I'm sure you all are listening because that's something that my friend Nafeteria is going to show us and teach us about. Hi, Nafeteria. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. So before we jump in, and I know you all want to know how to use the names and emails and everything that you've collected into paying clients, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you like it. But let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what the Niche Navigator does and why Munira's Musings came about. So I am Munira Zahabi. I live in Chicago with my family. And, you know, I am the Niche Navigator. I help coaches and business owners find their niche because a niche is a cornerstone and foundation of the business that you're building. Without a niche, then you'll be flip-flopping or like a fish out of water. So if you want to learn more, connect with me. We can have a conversation and then go from there. Munira's Musing is a show that I came about. It was a name that I really liked. Somebody said something a long time ago, but it became a show because I met a few people who are doing extraordinary stuff in their lives. The only thing was that they didn't think this was extraordinary. And I kept telling them, there are people out there who need your services. Go ahead and, do something about it. And they were like, I'm not that great. Well, I took the matters in my own hands and I decided to interview them. And that's how this show became a show, because it started with one interview, then I liked it, and now I have an interview almost every day, and I enjoy it. So that's what I do. And this is an exposure to the people, who have found their niche, and they are doing what they are doing with that niche. And how, if you're listening, then you can be connected to these people in a funny sort of way. And then you can, who knows, great things are about to happen. That's what I can say. Well, enough about me. Thank you, Nafeteria, again. I am honored and humbled. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I am Nafeteria F. I am married. I have no kids or no pets. It's just my husband and I. I have been in business since 2013. I first started out as a life coach. And it's amazing to me what you said about how niching, and you can possibly flip-flop if you don't start with a good grounded niche. And I've been a person that have changed my niche over my tenure as a business owner. So I started out in life coaching and decided that I did need a niche down. Just life coaching in general. I was getting all types of various types of clients, men, women, relationship concerns, money concerns, just everything. So then I niched down and I started working with people just with financial concerns, financial coaching, budgeting, saving, debt elimination. And then I began to add credit repair in there as well, and call myself the credit concierge. So I added that to it. And so after working in that for a while, probably about 2 years or so in my business, I was doing that. I had a passion still to help business owners, and it still was around money. It was around making money in your business. And so I had an opportunity to train under one of my mentors, my coach, Kendrick Show, and become one of her authentic selling instructors. And by doing that, I'm able to now help my other passion, business owners, with money. So at first it was financial in your personal life, right? Just helping you get your finances together in your personal life so you can follow your dreams without counting. I used to say, follow your passion without counting your pennies. And now I want to help people that now have followed their passion, and became that business owner, to help them make the income in their business they want to make so they can continue to live the life that they want to live. So that's just a little tidbit about me, and kind of how my niches have changed over my journey in business and my tenure in business. And so now what I really focus in on, I am a Christian, diehard. I love Jesus. I am a Jesus girl, God girl, whatever, Jesus free, whatever you want to call it. I love the Lord. So I got to put that out there first and foremost, because he is first in my life. And so I help, Christian business owners. So nothing against any other religion, but because I'm strong in my belief, and you will see it comes out in my coaching, I need you to know that up front. Also, I'm ex-military, so I was in the Army. So I'm very straight, no chasers, like I like to say it. I'm very direct in my approach. So if you're looking for a coach that's very no fluff, that's the kind of coach I am. Like, yes, let's get it done. That's right, my dear. Let's go. Let's get it. So, some of my friends, they laugh because they were like, if you want Colin, don't go to Nef. She's going to coach you. I tell them, go to your man if you want Colin, but I'm going to coach you, and let's make these coins. So, yeah, I love business owners. I love the 40 plus, the Generation X, 39 and 53-year-olds. I love them. I feel like we've been left behind. There's a lot of things for millennials and people that still have small age, moms that still have small age kids in the house. But I feel like Generation X has been left behind, but not on my watch. I'm not going to leave you guys behind. I love y'all. I love my generation. I think we're awesome. I think we're the best generation ever. So I basically help those individuals that, hey, they love what they do and they're getting the leads, but they're not turning them into clients, right? So they're getting the email addresses, or they're getting the, comments on Facebook or the likes, but they're not taking that and turning it into income in their business. So I help them come up with a strategy that works for them and their personality, as well as now that you got them into your sales process, now how can we turn those individuals into clients?
That's awesome, because I know there's a lot of coaches out there who are struggling with the same thing. I'm one of them. So it's very hard to flip. And then coaching in the last few years has become a very big business. And then, like you said, there was a lot of people who are some sort of coach, like you hear, health and wellness coach and life coaches, but exactly what is it that you do? And then when I meet such people and I drill down to my business, asking them what their niche is, they get very angry because they think I don't understand, one, and two, they just don't want to talk to me anymore. So
really?
Yeah, I feel like, and I say this with I understand that completely, because when I first started coaching, I was the person that I know I can teach you anything. I have done it all, and I can teach anybody anything, whatever you want to learn. I am an a la carte menu. Yes. I have kitchen for it, right? I can cook up anything. And when there were professional coaches who would approach me and say, what is it that who are you targeting, and what is that you are targeting? Those are the things that I was pretty angry, because I'm like, you don't know anything. I've gone through college. I've gone through, I have a master's degree. I have a coaching certificate. I know it all. How are you asking me this? The thing is, they were right on the path. But what I didn't understand was niching down was very important, So I learned how to niche down. And that's what I see in a lot of people, is that they have flip-flopped, and there's a lot of uncertainty, because that little voice in your head is always going to say, are you on the right path? Are you sure you know what you're doing? Those questions will come. And those things are just, they barricade your success, because then you are self-sabotaging yourself. That's the word I'm looking for. So that brings to my question to you was, Nafeteria, you said you found a niche. You kept changing the niches. Yes. How difficult was it? Did you keep the same name of your business? Do you have several businesses? Did you sell off the other businesses? And how difficult was it for you to then niche down from a big funnel into, your target audience and the niche that you are at right now?
Okay, so to answer your questions, my business name is Go Get It Inc. That has never changed. I have branded Nafeteria. So each time that I changed, it didn't matter because it was still just me. For as my EIN, my tax paperwork and all that is all under Go Get It Inc. So the business name has never changed. So I particularly didn't say Nef Financial Coaching or Nef Credit Repair Service, right? It was always Go Get It Inc. It was just, this is Nafeteria. My last name is actually Robinson, but I go by Nafeteria Fonde in this space. But Nafeteria Robinson, and I help hardworking professionals who want to increase their credit worthiness, ... That's what I did when I helped, like in the financial, in the credit arena. Now that I help, business owners, it changes, but I'm still Nafeteria. So that answers that question. I wrote them down to make sure I don't miss anything with what you asked me. So no, I didn't sell off. I just changed. I communicated with my audience though. So when I moved from financial and credit, I communicated with my list. I communicated with my audience. I said, hey, there's something new on the horizon. This is what I'm doing now. I have enjoyed, helping you all, with finances or credit. And this is where I'm moving into. So if you know someone or need this assistance, and this is what I still have to offer if you're still looking for assistance in this area. So I actually have a course that people can purchase. They have lifetime access where they can get all the information on personal finances as well as how they can repair their own credit, called the Vault. And so I do offer that as something for people that still are following me or still connected to me based on financial assistance, right? Or financial help. As far as how did I funnel it down? How did I funnel from, I just want to help business owners to, I want to help Christian women, Generation X, trying to build this thing, probably less than 3 years in their business. How did I niche it from something big? Because the more, I believe, clarity comes through action, and the more you work with people, the more you'll notice who are you more connected to. So I was going to be unapologetic about my Christian belief. So I needed to put that out there. That's the type of people that I wanted to work with, because I didn't want you to have a different belief and then we try to work together and there's some tension. So I had to be honest with myself and understand that I will repel some people, but that's okay, because I don't want to work with people that don't want to work with me or can't handle me. So me falling down for me was we need to be Christian. We need to be on the same belief system. Also, you got to be able to take it because I'm very direct. I'm very straight, no taster. If you're a person that follows like personalities, I'm the red personality. I'm very direct, to the point. I don't have a time for a lot of fluff. So you got to be able to take that, or your feelings will be hurt if you work with me. But I need you to know that up front, because if you can't handle that type of coach, you need more coddling, you need it said softer, then I'm not the coach for you. And I'm okay with that. And because I believe that when you're in business for yourself, you need to do what you love and work with who you love to work with, period. And yes, when you niche down, the scary part about that is will repel some people, but at the same time, it's going to repel the people you don't want to work with anyway. You only want to get up and go to work, go to your business and work with people that you want to work with and that you enjoy knowing that they're on your schedule for a private call or whatever the case may be. So did that answer your question, Munira?
Yes. So there's a lot of wisdom in there, because, there's times when you get caught up, business owners, they got caught up. Oh, I need a website. I need a funnel. Oh, I need this. And there's a lot of things out there, right? A lot of things out there that can overwhelm you.
Yes.
If you have an idea, I tell people, take a piece of paper. Apple was born on a napkin. There's lots of businesses were born on a napkin. Take a napkin, build on it. Start. I have stories like nobody's business, but when I started, I had a website and we had to revamp it, then we had to change the name. It's like, so I like the idea that you have this, just have a good name that, is your company, but then market what you do, right? Yourself, because people don't care about, if you were Apple, then yes, they would. But even then, if you think of Mr. Jobs, Steve Jobs, then you always think Apple. If you think of, who's the guy, Michael Dell, then you think the Dell computers, right? And all of them. So, so that's how it is. But people do business with people who you trust and like, right? And so if they like you, whoever business, whatever the business is,
Right.
they come to you. There's a flood of people that's going to come to you. That's awesome. I love those points. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, so you niche down. Now, you talked about different niches. Why this one? Why helping them find the leads? Was this something that a client triggered, or was this something that you saw a need of? How did you find this niche of, okay, you've got the leads in your back pocket, what are you going to do with it?
Great question. I found it because I did some market research, number one. Number two, I thought about what I enjoy doing. Besides, I love the verbal aspect of sales, so helping you closing consults and how to communicate what you do effectively so people can say, tell me more. But I also like the planning aspect and coming up with some steps to bring people in and then what happens. So I like that as well. So that's what made me come up with like the whole overall strategy. So I did some market research and started with market research to see what is it that people that gravitated to me was looking for. And that's what they was needing. Their biggest things, well, how do I turn these leads into clients, was their biggest thing and so that's what made me narrow it down. And plus I enjoy doing that. I enjoy helping you come up with a plan to get your leads. And now that you get them, now what are we going to do to nurture them and eventually turn them into future clients? So one, market research. Two, I also took into account what I enjoyed about sales.
Okay. That makes sense. I'm writing notes down because then, I can read.
Oh, it's fine. It's great.
So I like the fact that, so you did some self evaluation within yourselves. Is that what is it that you like? I mean, market research anybody can do. You can have a college kid go and do some research for you. But what about self-evaluation? That's something that only you can do. And how you do it is, tell me how you did this. What are the steps that you took to do the self-evaluation?
So what I did was I looked at what I was, after my authentic selling instructor certification, I looked at what, out of all the things we were taught, did I enjoy teaching? What did I excel the best? What did I enjoy the most out of that? And a lot of it had to do with the verbal sales conversation is what I enjoy the most. And then I had to think about, well, what do you like doing, period now? I like planning. I like organizing. So and some of those things like planning and organizing didn't necessarily have to do anything with business per se. I'm applying those things to my business. But when I self-reflected, it was more like, okay, now, if you would name the top 5 things you enjoy doing, what are those things, right? So it was planning, it was organizing, it was helping people come up with the way to make money off their services and products. It was doing events, it was speaking. So it's like, okay, these are things that I enjoy. Now, how do I apply that for my certification and help people that are coming to me to get to the result that they're looking to get? How do I apply my strengths and package that to help the people that are coming to me to get a certain result? Did I answer your question?
Yes. I mean, so again, those are steps, right? I mean, I teach people, write down your steps, write down your things that you have to do. I have a 5-step process too. The first time they meet me is this are the things that you have to do for yourself. And if you connect with me as a coach, or fine. If you don't, take this and run with it because it could help you, So giving you the planning methodology of the whole thing. I like that very much. Okay, so give us a few tips for people who are starting businesses and have a few leads but are not changing. So I know this is your business and you don't want to give it all up, but give us a few pieces of advice that people can, one, look you up, and two, how do they at least start the process before they come to you?
Okay, I'm running back your questions in my head to ensure that I answer all the questions. So as far as locating me and finding me, I am Nafeteria F on all social media. And for your audience, I will offer them a no pitch free mini session where they can come and get a tip customized for their business to help them make more money in it. And I'll give you the link for that as well. And it's actually bit.ly/get mini session. But to answer that question, no worries, I'll put it in the comments later.
Thank you.
So the one thing I will say that most people don't do that will increase your business to 50 to 80% is following up. People fail to follow up. I like to say it's a fortune in the follow up. Don't give up on the follow up. If you meet someone, whether you meet someone at a networking event and get a card, whether one of your previous clients say, hey, I know somebody that may want to connect with you, make sure you're following up with them. And the best way to do that is to have a system, right? I have a full system myself personally for when I get business cards and what happens in order to maintain the follow-up process. So I would say you meet somebody or make a connection with them, continue to follow up with them, check in on them, see how they're doing, seeing if they're, at the place where they are ready for your services. I personally, people have gotten my business just because they followed up with me. They might not have been the best in the business. They might not even have the best price for my budget, but because they checked up on me and say, hey, I remember you called me about this, and I'm just checking in to see if, if you still need that service or product XYZ, they got the business. Because let's be honest, we're all busy, right? And sometimes we make phone calls about something or check on something, and then everything else happens. But if that person that you called and said, hey, I inquired about, say somebody had trying to give a good example, right?
Website building.
Huh?
Website building.
You said a question about if somebody was trying to build their website.
Yeah, and they called you and they said, oh, I build websites, Nafeteria, do you need a website built?
Okay, absolutely. So they call me, I get the information, and then I go on to my life. But let's say in a couple of weeks, they say, hey, I'm a Munira and I build websites. We had a conversation. I'm just checking on you to see if you had any more questions. And it's like, oh, she thought about me. Oh, she's really wanting to partner with me in this, in me getting my website built. It gives you warm fuzzies, and it helps take one thing off your list. Like if you remind me, hey, I need to get a website built. Oh, it doesn't matter who else I might have checked on or might have got a quote from, because you followed up with me. You made me feel like you cared about me and cared about my business, and it was important for you to connect with me and ensure I got, even if I didn't go with you, got any questions that I may have answered. So one, I would say follow up. A lot of times we don't follow up. We keep getting leads and leads and leads, but we're not even following up with the leads that we currently have, right? The other thing is ask for referrals. If you've had clients or you met people at networking event and they may not, let me go back. If you've had clients, ask those clients for referrals. Hey, I really enjoy helping you with X. Do you know anybody else that may need this service? You make a mail a letter and give them a couple of business cards. Please give them my business card. I do have a referral program if they do come to me and let me know that you referred them, right? So the other thing about turning leads, and ask for some referrals. So the lead in that aspect is a previous client that could turn you on to a referral, which could possibly get you a future client. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So follow up, reach out to your current clients and asking for referrals. And you can do the same in networking situations. Sometimes we go to networking situations and we think this person is my next client, but sometimes you need to think about, don't think of them necessarily as the next client. Think about the people that they may know that can utilize your service and that they can connect you to because of the relationship you're building with them.
That's an awesome tip, because, and that's the thing is like, we don't follow up enough, right? We need to follow up. And that's what I went to a seminar on Saturday, and that's what they were saying is like, we need to follow up. And I was like, that's what we don't do. I mean, you've heard it, but then you get busy and you don't follow up. So that's a key thing. I love that. I love the little nuggets that you've shared. It's amazing, and so for people, you've got leads right in the back of your, this in your back pocket, I would say, but we are not doing anything with it. If you want to look up Nafeteria, she can at least, she's going to give all of the people watching a free session. Go ahead and take advantage of that. You know why? Because it's going to help you. You'll learn a few things, and it's going to help her, because who knows what, if she may be referring clients to you. Like I said in the beginning, a good thing is about to happen, right?
Yes.
That's what it is. So where you said that you are on social media, but how do you have a web page that you can
Yes.
they can share? You can
Yes.
share with them so they can connect with you.
Yes. I'm going to type it.
No,
I don't know.
you can't see it.
Oh, they can't see. Okay. So it is nefeteriafonde.com. That's N-E-F as in Faith, A-T-E-R-I-A, F as in Faith, O-N as in Nef, D as in Delta, A as in Apple.com.
Okay, and once we are done, she's gonna put the links in the comment section as well, so you can follow up with that. It's amazing, right? You have people out there. See, and the thing is, you never know. I one thing I've learned about this is you never know what a person is actually doing from their profile. You have to talk to them, and this is a way to network. So network, be curious. That's what I say. I know my kids tell me that I'm too curious for my own good, but I need to ask these questions. I'm just curious. How, why, when, where?
Yes.
Because you never know when this person is going to affect you in a very positive way. And if a person affects you in a negative way too, that's a positive, because you know what? You don't want to be like them. Right? So it's a learning curve either way. Go connect with Nafeteria. If you like this video, go share, like, and subscribe to us.
Yes.
We're going to put this video up on YouTube as well, so you can look at us from there. My show is Munira's Musings. I have a web page on Facebook. I have a web page on YouTube. I post it everywhere once I edit the video. But you know what? Just take action. And one thing, if nothing else, I learned two things. I learned a lot of things, but 2 pain points that set out with me is clarity comes through action. So do it. Just do it. And the other thing is follow up. Just connect with people. Say how you're doing. You don't have to ask me, remember that business that we did. No. Just talk to them. How are they doing in their life? Because you know what? When you connect in a personal basis, people will open up to you. That's my 2 cents for the day.
Yes, I loved it.
Thank you very much. And
thank you.
Bye for now.
Thank you. It was an honor to serve. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Munira's Musings with your host, Munira Zahabi. If you enjoyed our show, please share and subscribe to this channel. And for more content, please join our Facebook group called Navigate to Your Niche.